What's up, people? Welcome to Tennis 4.0. Glad to be here on a lovely Monday morning, which is, by the way, day one of the 2017 US Open. Obviously, I do want to apologize for the game clip I am using. As of right now, that's pretty much all the equipment I have to pretty much like express my love for the game, talk about some of the issues. So if you guys do have any suggestion though, like any program I could use or any equipment I could use to better my recording, to improve my recordings, go ahead and drop in the comment below. I will definitely check them out. In this video, we're going to talk about the women's side of the bracket. We're going to talk about some of the controversies going on, the blockbuster match that will happen on day one of the US Open, and last but not least, I will give my pick on who I think is going to win the 2017 US Open. So without further ado, let's get started. So just to keep you guys posted on who's going to be who's number one seeded, of course it's Karolina Pliskova. She is seeded number one at the US Open. Obviously her game has been on point this year. Very sharp, like always has has that big serve coming at the US Open, and she has had a phenomenal year coming in. Her and Garbiñe Muguruza, who will be seeded number 2 at the US Open. Some of the controversies going on is, of course, where's the All-Stars Maria Sharapova being at the US Open. Some of the players having, like, they think that, okay, like, why is she being given so many wild cards? She should still be suspended. You know, in my opinion, I think I have no issue with her being at the US Open. If I'm being honest, I have no issue of her being there, because I think she served her time, she served her due. Obviously, I thought that, like, she probably needed to be suspended for a lot longer, but nevertheless, she served her time, and I think right now she has more than a green card to be able to, like, come in and play for like the Grand Slam or tournaments. Of course, the big thing going on too is Serena Williams not being here. As some of you may know or may not know, Serena Williams, she is pregnant, and obviously, if some of you guys followed the Australian Open earlier this year, she won the Australian Open, being 1 or 2 weeks pregnant, which obviously she announced it around, I believe it was around March that she announced that she was pregnant, and actually called out for the whole year. So what basically it means for the women's side, like for the women's side of the bracket, it just leaves like a lot of opportunities out there, because do not forget that Serena, she is a GOAT after all. Because of her, a lot of players do not get to advance further in tournaments. They do not get the chance to be able to, like, put like a name on themselves or something, you know. So with Serena's gone, definitely, like, everyone is gonna have an equal opportunity, equal footing on where they can win the US Open, where they can accumulate enough point to be at the year-end top 8 tournament going on the women's side, and of course, like, be number 1, number 2, try to get that ranking, you know, because like I said, Serena not being here just leaves a huge opportunity open for all these up and coming players trying to make a name for themselves. So one of those blockbuster matches that are definitely going to be going on today for our next topic is definitely you gotta keep an eye on that one, is Simona Halep against Maria Sharapova. Simona Halep, she has a solid game, a clean hitter, and I love her game. Very aggressive, like has a really good defense. She's always looking sharp. Her game is always looking good out there, and in my opinion, I think she's gonna have a really really tough test. As much as everyone is saying that, okay, like Sharapova was out for a while and all that, Simona Halep, like, I think, in my opinion, I think this match is gonna be a flip a coin on who wins or who lose, because like Maria, I know she can win it because she has she has the same game, the same mindset as Simona Halep does, which is attack the ball all the time and do not give your opponent opportunity. And obviously, I think I will give definitely a slight edge to Maria Sharapova because she moves well around the court. She has she has weapons, both on backhand and forehand, and when her serves is there, there's literally no stopping her. But Simona Halep can win it. Like I said, it's gonna be a flip a coin. Like either way, either of them could win the match. So I'm not going to like really pick a side. It's just one of the matches you definitely gotta look forward to. And if you want to know what time it's going to be played at, it will be played, I believe, after the 2017 U.S. Open opening ceremony, which is around 7 p.m. It's 7 p.m. Eastern time, so definitely mark your calendar for that match. Let me see. I think second, but last but not least, I think Nadal. Well, for all of you guys American who wants to know who will be playing today, we have a couple Americans lined up for day one at the U.S. Open. We have Venus Williams, who will be playing against Victoria Kuzmova. We have also John Isner playing against Pierre-Hugues Herbert, and Sloane Steven against Roberta Vinci, and Jack Sock against Jordan Thompson. And of course, last but not least, Steve Johnson against Nicolas Almagro. So we have all these American lined up for today. So definitely keep an eye on them if you would like to see whether they advance or not. It's definitely gonna be something entertaining to watch for today. For our next topic, we will talk about like who's going to be the dark horse in that tournament. In my opinion, dark horse, I think I would definitely like the same thing I was saying earlier. I would definitely like handing over to Maria Sharapova. She has like, I mean, like, dark horse basically means that someone who's like either very low seeded or unseeded, and who has the game to challenge everyone who's on the top, like every like player on the top 10. And I think Maria Sharapova, who's won the US Open before and the Wimbledon and French Open, like has a solid chance, of making it all the way to the final, to the semifinal. And of course, there's still a lot of that controversies going on with like, why is she here? Why was she given the wild card? But like I said, in my opinion, I think she served her due, so she deserves to be there as much as everyone else is. So in my opinion, definitely Maria Sharapova, she will be the dark horse in that tournament, the player for everyone to look out for. And obviously Simona Halep will be the first person who's going to have to like prepare herself very very well if she has to come up with that huge W on day one at the 2017 US Open. So who do I think is going to win it all? Well, Karolina Pliskova, Garbine Muguruza, Simona Halep, they all have had a phenomenal year. And we're talking about like they've won a lot of titles. Simona Halep winning a couple of Masters this year, and we have, I mean, Garbine Muguruza who won the 2017 Wimbledon, and of course Karolina Pliskova, who was last year the finalist at the 2016 US Open. My pick, in my opinion, like I said, they've all three had a phenomenal year. But I think that Karolina Pliskova, I think she's gonna be the one to win it all on the women's side at the 2017 U.S. Open, and I do have some valid reason for that. First off, well, let me start with Gabi Muguruza. Gabi Muguruza, she has a solid game. Like her game is solid. Like her mindset to like on every match, her focus, her the amount of focus that she put in, the concentration that she has, like she has like the weapon to basically win everything. At the same time, when it comes to hard court, she starts showing some sign of inconsistency. Unfortunately, although like I think from like clay court and grass court has been the two best court that has always complemented her game so well, because she is such an aggressive player. But at the same time, when it comes to hard court, you start sensing some like this is where the inconsistency comes in, where other players can have a solid chance of beating her. Simona Halep, obviously today is going to be a huge test for her if she wants to bid it to have a chance at winning that shot, trying to get this win against Maria Sharapova. Simona Halep is a clean hitter. I love her. Like she has a solid game. But I think that like with the amount of opponent, the difficult opponent that she has to face along her way is definitely gonna pose a challenge for her. So why did I say Karolina Pliskova? She has a solid serve, and she has shown to be very consistent on hard court. Like hard court is, you can definitely say that hard court is her, I would say, her home. Like it's like she has shown to be an expert when it comes to playing on the hard court. And U.S. Open just gives her that feel that feel for her game. Like she just have this. You can sense that she's comfortable playing there, and she has no fear of like she doesn't drop game. Like she has a big serve, big forehand, and she is very aggressive. So I will definitely give it to Karolina Pliskova to win the U.S. Open. Anyway, this was my thought. So who do you guys think is is a dark horse in the women's side of the U.S. Open? Who you guys think is gonna win the whole thing? Like who do you guys give a shot to win the 2017 U.S. Open? And last but not least, what's your opinion on this whole Sharapova playing at the U.S. Open? Do you think she deserves it? Do you think she doesn't? Do you think she should have been suspended for a lot more? Comment below and let me know what you guys think. Of course, I will try to post a daily videos like about the US Open. I'll try to keep up with everything. But if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to stay posted, as I will try to drop a daily video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That will be very appreciated. And thanks for coming by, for sure. All right, you guys take care. Have a good day.